there's always worry, always. You're always worried, is your mom lying on the floor and needing help? A lot of people in our age, they are really worried.
The world's population is aging, especially in Europe. At current trends, the average age of people in the European Union will be 49 years by 2050. Combining this with a low birth rate could mean serious long-term implications. It could lead to lower tax receipts, as fewer people are of working age, and increasing health costs for an aging population. Encouraging immigration and trying to ensure people are employed for longer are just two potential options, although both are controversial. This aging of the EU's population is likely to result in considerable demands for a range of new services as an increasing proportion of the population becomes frail and suffers from declining physical and mental health. European healthcare systems will therefore need to anticipate future skills and requirements for health professionals. The question then turns to technologies that are able to improve the quality of life for both the elderly population and the healthcare professionals providing medical services.
Most people argue, there's nobody who comes and visits. But first of all, nursing services are not your friends. They are working and they don't have time. They are under a lot of pressure, so they won't talk to you like you want it.
When we are talking about the lack of healthcare workers or caretakers, we're talking about a huge public challenge. We hope to be able to keep people living in their own homes for longer. This will lead to a decrease in healthcare costs for the entire city. The smart technology that has been developed and prepared for public use includes a self-functioning device that reads, calculates, and stores appropriate medical and household data. The device is designed to improve assisted living standards and even measures a person's use of household appliances. The device will let its user know if the stove has been left on, and additional accessories such as the water patch will let a user know if they need to hydrate. Bathroom installments include a sensored shower floor that identifies when a user falls. All devices are personally designed to suit the individual needs of the user. Additionally, in-house has developed technology to be utilised in hospital environments. This more expensive equipment aims to relieve some of the everyday pressures from surgeons, nurses, and healthcare workers, with goals to also improve hygiene standards and equipment inventory. On the other side, we still have to ensure that there are enough caretakers. Presently, we do not have enough. Young people want interesting jobs, and when you combine the topics of caretaking and technology, it's definitely possible to make the caretaker job appear more sexy. But we definitely do not want to decrease the amount of jobs available. We aim to assist them and aim to avoid the necessity of caretakers.
We have to think again, because mostly politicians when you hear a politician talk about nursing, they say we need to put more money into the system. I mean, it's good to put some more money into the system, but I think this doesn't help the solution that it's not a very attractive profession.
From our experience, the elderly people now are also open to this technology. If you are discussing in this round here, they are open. If they can see how it's working, they would like to have it. Yes.
Technologie und Smartphone, Technologie und
I do think that the generation after us, my generation maybe not so much, will be on their way with technology and with smartphones especially. At the same time, I can see the difficulty with smart technology as interpersonal relationships are decreasing more and more, especially when we are getting older. I think that isolation will increase. I see the necessity, as families are not living together for as long anymore. Young people are far away, in other cities or even countries, and may have feelings of guilt caused by the inability to care for their parents. Smart technology can therefore ensure safety for their parents, as they can get help thanks to motion sensors and other smart systems, but I am still quite skeptical about that. The city of Dortmund is well suited for this type of technology trialling, as their community openness towards technology innovation allows potential for the project to flourish here. The main challenge for this project is the formulation of an economic, sustainable model and the issue of data collection, protection and preservation.
We have a solution for all these things. It has to be managed on the administration side. We've talked to the people, of course, who are the target group for using it. And of course, we have some concern, we see some concerns there. Of course, is it the privacy issues, because everywhere you can read about privacy issues. Even if the system is very simple and does not collect these data from yourself, you have to look for these issues and to explain what is the system doing.
Look at these wearables and these fitness trackers. Nobody knows where the data goes and nobody knows what they are really doing with the data, and I think this is a shame. You cannot do this. And if we look at old people who are really dependent on such a system, that is a thing you cannot do at all. This is not possible. So what we suggest is this data usage control. You really tell people, you let people decide how much data, what kind of data, how often, in which context.
The younger people like us, the insurance companies might take the health data to gather more information about us, which would make us more transparent. And it's kind of a risk, you know, when they know my BMI and my sizes and my weight, it might be a problem, because I don't want them to tell me you just have to pay more because you're overweight, you know, and I don't like them to fetch my data.
We have this data fair share model, and if the people are okay with selling their data, we think it's only fair to give them a revenue share. I mean, and this is what these fitness trackers don't do. So this is so unfair, and so we do fair share.
In 2010, Germany began digitizing its healthcare system with the introduction of eHealth, an intranet system of stored patient data aimed at securing and improving the quality of healthcare. Germany has conducted previous attempts at modernizing their healthcare system. However, they have encountered many roadblocks in the past, including pushback by the public, fears surrounding the privacy of medical data, and the challenging updates to the legal framework that were necessary due to the country's dense privacy laws. Since 2010, information like name and age are already stored on insurance cards. Now, Germany will see the introduction of a new electronic card identification system with links to insurance companies and patient medical history.
Für die Digitalisierung des Gesundheitswesens, weil
I
ich mich
support the
dadurch
digitalization
besser
of the health
und genauer
system because I feel better,
weil
my medication
alle
is more
Ärzte meine
specific,
Gesundheit
because all my doctors know my health
kennen.
history. The system is to be implemented in Germany this year. When patients enter the doctor's office, the health insurance card is being read and the patient's data is sent to the insurance company immediately and aligned there. So it is only to make sure that the patient is insured in the first place, or if the card is invalid, false, or not okay in general.
Ich bin für die Digitalisierung der Gesundheitskarte.
I am pro-digitalization of the health insurance card. It's about the registration of emergency data and the medication schedule, which is important for the therapy and safety of the patient in order to enable long-term proper care. So one doctor has got all the information from the former one, and therefore they also have no double care. That's very useful for the future too. The system's costs are said to be paid by the insurance companies, but as new software and hardware innovations are created, doctors have become additionally strained. The system is only serving and monitoring the citizens. Once introduced to the public, the Smart Service Power project here in Dortmund will have the ability to act as an emergency solution to the wider issues of Europe's ageing population and lack of healthcare workers. Public resistance to the technology's implementation may be one of the only factors that lead to the failure of the project. After the launch of eHealth in Germany, citizens say that communication about privacy and data control will play a crucial role if Germany is to commit to a fully digitised healthcare system.
Yeah, from today I have expectations what's necessary there. I need something what can help me, all this technology in future.